Hey everybody and welcome back. Today my client in the chair showed up for my pop-up shop. So if you follow me on IG, you know, or maybe you don't know, because I had a lot of people still asking me and I'm like, you must have missed it. I had 18 of them. But this summer I had 18 pop-up shops where I allowed new clients and some old showed up to come get their hair done. And so when this client showed up, her ends were superior. Okay, look how good her ends look. And so usually when I get new clients in the chair, this just doesn't happen. And so I was definitely blown away by what good shape her hair was in. So I'm just starting off, of course, by pressing her edges. Pressing people's edges is not mandatory, but her roots were kind of thick, like almost like when you get a relaxer and the ends are really straight. So you know when you growing a relaxer out, her hair is not relaxed, but when you're growing a relaxer out, the roots get super kinky, and I'm just trying to basically get her root straight so that they can match her ends because she wants it pressed out today. So that is the purpose behind that. But again, it's not mandatory to press the edges. It's just totally and completely up to you. I was raised by my great grandma, and let me just tell you something. When it was special occasions, I had to go downstairs and get my hair done by the stove with the hot comb on the fire and the curlers on the fire. And when she used to burn me, she used to put butter on it, and I just don't understand what was the purpose of that. But she was an old head. She was like 78 when she took me in, so it was just they don't make old heads like they used to. Is all I'm gonna say. So I was just hitting the roots here because it's also a little tight back here. So I'm just hitting the roots and doing what I can to make sure that it is a good consistency with her silk press today. And I'm going to go in with my 22 titanium iron and start this process. So she had just got her hair cut not too long ago. I think she said like a couple weeks prior to coming to the pop-up shop, and it was very refreshing to see somebody with their hair nice and even and in a healthy state. I love helping people achieve healthy hair, but it also was really great to get somebody in a chair who was already on their journey. If you look closely, our new claw clips right here are deeper than hair clips. I'm still trying to come up with a name for them, and I would ask y'all to help me come up with a name for them, but the scammers is still on the loose in the comments. If anybody talks to y'all in the comments and tell you you've won something, like, it's a scam. People DM me on IG all the time like, is this you talking to me? No, it's not me. Like, I'll talk to you about regular stuff, but I will never tell you you won something and ask you to send me money so that you can get it. Please, 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 please don't send your money to anybody who's saying that, and report them every time. But yeah, I need a name for these clips. I'm not going to sell them till the 12 days of Christmas, but I need a name. I don't know. Talk to me, y'all. Help me out. So as you see, I am going in and I am making a bubble with the flat iron. So basically, instead of like making it super flat and sleek, I am curving the iron to create a heavy bend. Back in the day, we used to call it bumping, but because of the length of her hair, it's creating a bubble. The purpose of doing this way is to make sure that her hair is super full, just to create a fullness to the aftermath of her silk press. Instead of making it super flat, you want to give her some fight back. Sometimes you see me do a dry wrap where I curl the hair really tight and then wrap it. That's the same thing. It gives it more volume and make the hair look a lot more fuller for the after style. You can also achieve a heavy bend or a bump by using a curling iron, a thermal curling iron, a Marcel iron. I wouldn't use a Marcel iron on myself probably, but thermal irons. The reason I like flat irons to create a heavy bend and curls over thermal irons is because the tension. So it's just like you can create a lot more tension to lock a curl in better with a flat iron to me. But some people are used to curling irons, so they're a lot more easy to maneuver, especially when you're doing your own hair. I can put on top of putting these irons in the section below where you can purchase. I'll also put my recommendations for a few curling irons that you can also purchase that are really good. So we have today we washed her hair with the First Class to Morocco shampoo and conditioner. That was to get nourishment and natural shine on it. Both of those things are in stock. We also used the satin serum for heat protectant. That is out of stock, but will be back in less than 2 weeks. So keep a lookout for that. So here on this particular one, the iron is stuttering, and a lot of people ask me about this a lot. I like to call it stuttering, hiccuping, and it causes a crease in the curl or the press. So especially when it's in the back, do not go over that curl again. You don't need to. The hair is covering it. It's already straight, and it will smooth out once you wrap the hair every night with your silk or satin scarf. I will put a link below for silk or satin scarves as well. If it's more at the top or in the front of your hair, then just let that section of hair cool off before you go back over it, and try to go back over it with a lower temperature. Make sure you remember that with any style, one pass is always enough. Depending on how full your hair is or the texture, how coarse it is, you might need to take thinner sections, but you always only need one pass to get the straightness that you're looking for. I love our shampoo and conditioner because the shine is just already there. And so when your hair does this and shines like this, you one, you know it's healthy, and two, those products have put the right nourishment into your hair. So I'm gonna leave a link. I didn't know if I said that already, but I'll leave a link below so you can get your first class ticket to Morocco, okay? So now that we're at the top, instead of doing a bubble, I'm just kind of feathering it out a little bit so just that she can style it however she wants to. The feathers basically show up how you comb your hair, and I'll show you that once we lay it down. But you see in the back, I created a little feather action, and I just put the Glass Brilliant Shine on. I think that'll be back in stock with the serum as well. So now I'm just going to take a bristle brush and I'm going to wrap her hair flat. Once the hair is wrapped flat, I'm going to take a processing cap, plastic, and I am going to just tie a little knot in it. Now, the difference between using a processing cap and saran wrap is saran wrap will make it super flat and lay like very, very, you know, it'll just be super flat but beautiful still. But the processing cap will allow the volume to stay within it. So I like to use a processing cap for those reasons. I know that was fast, but I put her under the dryer on cold air with her processing cap on, with her plastic cap. Literally cold air. Don't ever use hot because it's gonna look like you just got blow dry all over again, and then your style is shot. So wide tooth comb it down. Look at that. Look at the body. Look at the shine. Just look how beautiful it came out. Her hair is so healthy. Also, when you go under the dryer with cold air, only go under for 10 minutes. You don't need to go under longer than that. And when that dryer shuts off, make sure you take that cap right off. Don't run around. Don't do nothing with the cap on because you don't want to sweat your hair out. Plastic equals sweating. You don't want to sweat your roots out, your hair out, or none of that. So just make sure you take it right off. Now you can see the effects of that heavy bend. See just how round it is. Everybody doesn't like their hair round like that, but I think it's so cute. It's almost got a little 90s effect too, but again, it just lasts a lot longer when you put that heavy bend into it from Rip. That's me using my Philly slang from Rip. See how, look at that, little feathered over her face, and you can comb it however you want to comb it. You can feather it back, have the bangs low, just make it real cute. She, as you see, she has a little, like a little tiny handful of gray strands, and I'm just starting to have such more of an appreciation for gray strands, because I just feel like it's just sparkling in her hair. It's just making it even more shinier. So I'm just going to show you something. I had an old video from like a couple years ago where the client's hair grew down on her neck like this, and it's like, you're not going to cut it, you're not going to cut it. So I'm not going to use clippers to get it off, which most people would, but I'm just going to go in with my Her Strands of Hair shears. I didn't get to pull my shears out for her hair today, so my shears said I'm leaving here with something. So I'm leaving here with something. So I'm just going to use that to kind of clean up the nape or whatever, and so it could be nice and clean. This is also optional. I don't think it's that serious, but you know, because she got a shortcut, we might as well make it look very good. So she is done. She is looking fly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.